Everybody, a lot of you have asked about my studio space. So I thought since today it's really nice outside, it's very cool and I work upstairs, so I thought that we would take a little tour of the studio today. So get set, get ready, reverse. All right, guys, here she is. Chris painted this room for me in 2019. It was a huge surprise. You can see that I have blue skies. Amazing, isn't it? Sunny yellow walls. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to take you around for like a cursory look at what's here. And then in the next video, I am going to show you my storage and what is in my drawers and the different places that I use as workspaces in this really tiny room, but you know, it's an attic-ish space and it works for me absolutely perfectly, and I feel lucky to have it. All right, so we are standing in the door. On the back of the door, I have a plastic shoe rack. This thing has worked really, really, really well. I use it to store fiber. I use it to store some beady thing. I use it to store, you'll see at the top I have some bottles, and these are old prescription bottles from the dog's heartworm and flea and tick medicine. I only keep 10 of a certain size. Well, I don't even have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 12 bottles. I don't keep stuff. Like 12 bottles, that's enough. I don't need 20. I don't need 30. I'm very, and you'll get it, I'm very minimalistic. On this little shelf, now these are all built-ins, which are just so clever. This house was built in 1949, and it just has built-in shelving in this room, as well as a built-in chest of drawers, which I'll show you in a minute. So on my top shelf there, I have some sewing things. On the second shelf there are tools. I have my heat tool there, and inside that white box is jewelry making tools and things like that. You know, in the second video, I'll show you what's where and what's in these boxes and storage units if you are interested in that. But I'm not going to do that second video unless I get like people wanting to see that, because it's extensive, right? And it's time consuming. So if nobody is interested, then I'm certainly not going to do a video, a deep dive kind of video. So we have some crochet yarn. And then this is my stack of books. This is my stack of magazines. Yes, I only have like maybe 5 over there because I only keep a very minimal amount of anything. This is filled with yarn and crochet hooks. Thank you, Missy. This is one of my favorite things. It says, sometimes you just sometimes you just have to throw on a crown and remind them who they're dealing with. Awesome. I love it. And I have placed it on a hanger that I found in this house when we moved in, definitely circa 1949. This is a chalkboard that I made, and you can see that it has some cards and things that I like on it. I think I pulled that sucker out of the trash. This is my closet. Again, you know, minimal, minimal. Now over here are, we ain't going to be able to see. This is how this looks most of the time. But I thought you might like to see, you know, in the closet. I have some winter clothing here. And what's in here is, this is my eBay store. You can see that it encompasses like one box and a couple things on the shelf, but I don't have a lot in my eBay store at the moment. Nor would I want more than that. I know people who do eBay stores who have storage units and stuff like that. That's just not me. My sister made this for me. I absolutely love it. Music is a fair and glorious gift of God. I just think that's super cool. And that's a Leanne piece that I have tucked in the corner right there. This is a display of photos. Chris bought me a digital photo frame, so that's super nice. I really like the top shelf. As you can see, I've got Frankie Stein up there. I've Captain Jack Sparrow. I have Loki, and I have Thor, and a photo of my sisters in the middle of that shelf. That shelf was made by Mr. Sandy. You hear me talking about him a lot. He and his wife Judy are intricate parts of what I do over here. This is just a fall cabinet that Chris painted. Gosh, we've probably had that 30 years. To the left, you'll see my hand weights. I work out with weights every day. This is, again, one of the shelving units that we have here. Built-ins. I shouldn't say shelving units because that's really not what they are. These are built into the house. This is just like current projects, things that I have for sale. The thing you see right here is my stash of paper, including my stash of vintage books, book pocket inserts for making flow journals and book pages. And then this is my collection of books. I try to keep that at around 12, 14, sometimes 15 books. These are all books I own. If I want another book, I have to get rid of something on the shelf. And getting rid of it means to donate it or use it for something else. A lot of times I use these books when I have to add something to the shelf that I really want. I will take one out and send it to somebody. I'll just gift it to somebody. And that works out really, really well. This is my window. I have two windows. One has an air conditioning unit in it that I rarely use. I love this little alcove here. It's really fun. My yoga mat, my block, so I can sit up straight when I do my yoga. One of my mama's favorite things was an oscillating fan, and she gave me one. So I've got my oscillating fan here. As we turn this way, you can see that I do have a queen futon up here folded out in case, you know, anybody, in case we need it. And also it makes a really nice like little napping space for me when I just need to get my feet up. It works out really well. This is my office. You can see the two notebooks up there. I work for a farm, and I also do Chris's music booking. So that's what those notebooks are all about. There's a piece of selenite right here that I use as a grounding tool, and it reprograms bad thought patterns, and I use it a lot when I'm meditating or praying. And speaking of prayer, This is my Jesus Calling book, which I read every day. The cross is a praying cross that my sister bought me from Jerusalem many years ago. And then I also have a fairy stone right there. It's a stone that has a hole in it. And my calendar, which is not current. So that's one of my projects today, is to catch up on my calendar. This is a painting. It's not a painting, it's a pencil drawing by my uncle, who passed away when he was 30. He was my bestest friend when I was growing up. This is a piece that Chris bought me many years ago. I love her. And this is an awesome acrylic painting by my son, who is just turned into just a stunning painter. So you can see the view from here. It's really sweet. This was Mia's favorite spot when she was on the earth. She really loved her futon. She was up here with me every single day. She was my art partner. And there's a lamp up here. This is a piece that the kids bought me. You guys know how much I love the moon. I had a company called Moonstruck Promotions. I also had a booking agency called laughnmoon Productions. And I'm just super fond of the moon. I also like freaky odd things, and the two light strands, one is blue, you can't see it, it's not lit up, and one is just eyeballs. And it was a Halloween thing, and it was like, I just like that. These are the built-ins. So we have 8 over here and 4 on the other side. The 4 here are 3 are art related, 1 is empty. It's really important for me to keep empty drawers and empty spaces. That's part of just not having a lot of stuff. I just don't like stuff. I really can't explain that. Though my parents had a hoarding issue. I think it's one thing to collect stuff and use it, but that was, So you can see my painting things right here. I do have these. Judy gave me these plastic storage units. I've got one for paper packs. I've got one for fabric, and I've got one for napkins and tissue paper. This is a collection of paintings. And, if we want to do that second video, then I will go through here and show you my paintings. These are some Poetique pens that Chris bought me. I have embroidery floss, and you can see that I've got a little stash of fabric here. Paintbrushes, glue, that sort of thing. I'm standing up now. This is one of my plastic storage drawers, which I like. Since I don't have a proper work-ish desk, things like that work really well for me. This is where I do a lot of planning and actual construction of things that I make for the Etsy store. Another plastic unit here that has some paint in it. Another plastic unit here. I'll show you that as we kind of exit. This is where I do all my filming. These are my filming lights. Chris bought these for me. This is my studio tracker, so I'll know what I'm doing, when I did it. It has recipes in it, what I call art recipes. Notes how to do things, because I've done a lot of things in the past 10 years, and sometimes I just forget how to do it or what to do or whatever. Some current inspiration. Part of this is a Leanne bead strand that I love. And the second thing here is a cluster of beaded bracelets. These are from G&J Creations. I'll leave them linked in the description box below. This is the thermostat and the humidity in this room. All right, we are going to walk around this way. This is my chair. I always keep this on my chair. This is from my friend Jeannie, and I believe it was her sister's, and it's got butterflies on it. It's very pretty. So we're walking around. So you can see how things look from this angle. This is a really nice storage drawer system that Chris bought me years ago. Only half of it is utilized because, again, we got to keep the empty drawers and empty spaces because for us, that's important. When I go out my door, there are a couple things that I see. I see this beautiful scarf that my friend gave me, my friend's sister. Love the skulls, don't you? It's such a pretty color. And every time I go out my door, I hear this. And my son and his gal bought that for me years ago. So it's the tactileness of this and this that I feel several times a day, you know, if I'm up here. And this is a light post that I got 12 years ago. Somebody was throwing it away, and I was like, hey, I want that. I've got a scale here. This is where I do cutting. I cut in iron fabric for the covers of my books. And this is the fabric that I'm working with today. The Essential Paper Cutter. These are book bases. This is some fabric that I'll be working with today. Isn't that cute? And this is my trash basket. Routinely, I go through here and just process the trash basket. So that really works for me. All right, guys. So that's it. If you're interested in a deep dive, let me know, because I won't do one unless there's interest. Okay? Thanks for hanging out. See you later. Bye.